One last time, Vicky. What do you reckon?
Am I cursed? I asked that question over and over again, but I want to see more Apex, so I actually, honestly, maybe gifted. We get gifted these amazing games, 12 teams, match points.
I'm talking about gifted. Team Liquid and some of those teams in the southern region have been gifted with multiple barometer zones in a row
Oh my goodness.
on Storm Point. We're not getting that. We've got to change up, and as the dropship exits the map, for what could be one of the last times we ever see it on land, by the way. Zone 2 is revealed, and it's around checkpoint. Luminosity Gaming, who have just done the hard work to keep this series alive, get a present for their travails.
Patience paying off. Luminosity, after the dub in the last game, they have POI advantage. Let's immediately jump into eliciting with LG as they see the circle.
I need it.
Chip in 3 Havoc. The Havoc.
Two spiders. Part of me wants to go look for this.
Evo harvester spotted near
Go
me.
ahead, players can quick. Sykes, I would like start posting up
Three
here.
spiders.
I have to grab that Havoc.
Okay.
I have fucking ult there.
I'm leaving close to one for you.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Come with the spider, XP.
Yeah,
Is there ammo there on it?
Flex, are you close enough? Flex, are you close enough?
I'm literally grabbing the Havoc and I'm running backwards.
Sykes is here. Hit it, kill it, kill
There's
it,
the
kill
energy
it.
mag down here too. There's the energy mag down here too. And hella cells. You should just loot that.
I'm going to the spot. Fuck that.
Yeah, we need to hold that first hit. We just need a control checkpoint. There's no point in risking anything
Got
else.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead, man. Kind
Yeah.
of risky though. I need your.
Yeah, I'm coming through.
Now, from what we could see on the mini-map there, it doesn't look like they have the ring console. They've got a survey beacon. It's hard to choose at what point to ping that when you want to stick around your own POI, but they might not even have that information yet. It's probably going to take some people flying in on evacs and coming towards them for that to tweak.
Somebody who did have ring console information was Team Falcons, as they do swap over to their Storm Point composition that we have seen from the very beginning of this match series. Putting Jen on that Watson showcases the play style that Falcons want to lean into, getting into best spot as soon as possible. That's why you saw them wrap around with the Trident. In the distance, a charge rifle, as Fnatic are also wrapping on the south side of Falcons currently right now, playing by the edge of this zone.
I mean, 18 points ahead of the rest of the pack. Falcons are still, in many eyes, the best team in this lobby and have shown it over the course of 12 games. They said that they'd never be happy with anything outside of top 2. As it stands, even if they don't win match point here, they will achieve that goal.
It's very grueling, though, when certain shots, looking at Zero and that Kraber, honestly, could have potentially cost him a $225,000 Kraber shot at stake if they don't take the dub, and they've had so many opportunities, and that has just escaped them going forward.
If I had to describe it in emojis, Team Falcons, it's like, first is smiley face, second is like, the flat mouth, and then anything below that is like, probably not even sad face, it's probably like, the red mad face.
And here I'm on the side with just the cloud face, pretending like we just didn't see that, but how can we even ignore that? Look what it's led to. Best Apex. Look what it's led to. Another game, a match 12 finals. Zuchi playing on the top of Barometer, looking at Icholos, who have now moved in front of them. So many other teams, though, coming in from the southeast side, while the rest of the lobby will be playing by the north side of the zone. There is a survey beacon over by North Pad. It's going to be very difficult, though, to be able to get that scan easily without feeling the pressure with the likes of Team Falcons, Fnatic, Dragons. in the vicinity. LG, like we pinpointed in the very beginning, having the POI advantage.
Yeah, not a lot of people pulling up into checkpoint, however. We've got quite a few on the north side. DMS with an early loss on Taskmaster, but they should be able to get to this beacon by the looks of it. That is, unless Team Liquid can hunt them down. They're thinking about it. Oh no, they've spotted it. They've spotted the res coming out. Might just be some KP farming here for Team Liquid.
Need this though, so that way they can rack up that momentum in the distance. You hear the res. Yanya getting into aggressive spot, but still in the line of sight. He gets the final knock onto 7 Oz's. Having to restabilize here while Team Liquid force their way into this building. They're looking at the zipline just in case. But they do not want to overextend here. Holding this building will be a huge deal, but they don't have a Booker down legend right here. They don't have the wall like you see with so many other teams in the lobby.
See the box come out as they get the fin, but it's the only player in the lobby removed so far. As we mentioned last game, things are slowing down. Teams are not taking risks. Why would they? You can be on 65 points as FaZe and still take out that first prize.
Not so much apples and bananas here, honestly, for the rest of these teams. Very difficult. As Elevate, another one of those teams.
Ooh.
Raven hailing behind him. Sweet, by the way, is trying to clean up what is left of DMS. Only a solo in your feeds, while Elevate are backing away.
So a little bit of action down to the south of the map, but and as we saw on the map, a tantalizing circle. Half of it in checkpoint, half of it outside. I mean, I was looking at Falcons and their positions. They've done one thing right today. It's probably more than that they've done right, but they have called zones impeccably. So you see them on the outside of checkpoint and you wonder if they've done that yet again. And all those teams on the inside are going to have to make their way out. I hope they know their tricky evacs. There's a lot from that area. Some little gaps in the plans that you can just fly straight through and get further into North Pad.
But it's hard when you're also second-guessing yourself, making sure that you're aware of the other teams within the area. Falcons were trying to look at the team hiding out in that building right in front of them, but they can't give up too much space with Fnatic being right behind them. Alliance were on the other side that maybe Falcons were trying to look at. Huge crack. Night Nades coming in here as Alliance also utilizing that Trident that's lingering right between them to give them some nice cover. Falcons gonna try again to come up from behind them, but can they do it? Alliance don't have a seer, right? They don't have information if a team may be popping up right behind them.
Go here, fellas.
That is a good point as they shuffle the gold helm, min-maxing their utility. Gaming Gladiators really showed what they're made of today. DMS only eclipsing them in the last few games, and it's only by 1 point now. And considering they're down to 1, it feels like GG might be on the way up.
Looking at Mizuchi over by Cedo. We Cholos were the team that's outside the zone, looking at them before. They had a survey beacon over to the south side. You actually see them getting scanned here, looking at Mizuchi. See where they got scanned originally here. Does Echolos want to wrap over, though, to the west side of the zone, where so many other teams, like we saw before, are able to rotate here as DMS get the res?
Oh no, Guild caught in the crossfire. Ooh, this is a game-winning position, but it's about 4 zones too early.
Very bad to rotate here early for exactly that reason, especially when you have so many fuses that you have to worry about too. Guild Esports get eliminated, the first squad to go out, and also the first squad that was at match point.
That's it, they've worked their way up to 7th. They were quite a bit lower down, so the longest series has benefited them. They're getting better as the day goes on, and Lord knows they did very well yesterday in the 10 games there. Impressive to see them move up into the top 10. SSG, their counterparts that made it through the gauntlet with them, still lagging behind in 19th.
And DMS in second place with 90 points now, forced to play this out as a duo. Couldn't get that other banner. Gaming Gladiators, Blast, having to be careful, dropping down. It was Twisted Minds that they were looking at originally, and they were able to finish off Easy Flash.
Well, there's one of the hopes for going to a game 13, going by the wayside. Still quite a few teams left in. Fnatic, LGD, Space Station that we just talked about. Haven't turned up today, but there's still time. Mizuchi with a very late rotate in. They were playing from Cedo Station.
The circle pull, I know everybody saw that on their feeds. This circle is pulling away from checkpoints where Falcons have called this out. They have been so good at calling out these final zone pulls. Zero has been on another level, but so has Alliance neighboring them and Fnatic to their south.
You just don't see this. I mean, they're not calling zone 3s and
Zone 1.
I mean, like, they are finding themselves in, like, the zone 5 position, the zone 5 god spot, and they are calling it immediately. The accuracy of the reads, or at least their knowledge of the power positions, has been second to none today.
Now hear me out, with Fnatic being right to their south. 13 games? A little unlucky number, but 13 games? Maybe? We're gonna have to see. That'd be crazy. It's gonna be difficult to rotate, though, from this position. That's why I call it out like this, unless we make some miracles happen for the teams that have to exit out a checkpoint.
Quite a few teams were banking on that. They're going to be sadly disappointed. Perhaps not as much as GG, who missed their next chance for match point.
And they were able to tie their points with DMS at 90 points. Let's not forget that second place gets $375,000. Third place with $200,000. 175K difference between the two spots. That's why we're calling it out. DMS still alive. Gaming Gladiators alive as a solo. It's just the Seer. Team Liquid now. They want to force their rotate through that south choke.
Yep, some sketchy fights happening down in the south here. HL Laser just ahead of Mizuchi. A lot of these teams potentially hoping to hold out the other 3 or 4 teams in the area and then maybe make a quick zone wrap up behind Fnatic.
Aurora dancing away. 9 Impulse, gonna be able to pop this shield back for now, but they have to deal with 4 other teams. Team Liquid looking to take this fight now versus Aurora, but Oi Rain has other plans. Gets the double crack, grappling to get aggressive, takes out Team Liquid, shutting down their dreams for match 12. Aurora's still alive, but they have the same issue that we were talking about earlier with Team Liquid. Etolos are looking at them, and Mizuchi still alive here by that choke.
The map pip shows us what we were talking about. Falcons in an incredible position. Potentially only beaten out by Alliance, but Alliance's spot is a little more open.
Uh-oh. May say bye to some other match point squads out here. They may get sent back to the lobby, but Oi Rain still alive, having to be careful out in the distance. But I want to touch back on your point with Alliance. They need to clear out that entire northeast side of the zone to be safe, to prevent themselves from getting pinched. We tune into Alliance, Blacklist get taken out, so does Space Station, and they really only have to worry about the likes of Twisted Minds from that direction without giving up too much space.
And that's 2 of the teams not on match point. Twisted Minds trying to get a reset. I think they actually will manage it on the northeastern side. Mizuchi taking a lot of fire from LG up on high.
Zone closing in now though, round 4. The countdown has started. Mizuchi with only kills alive. Those hipfire shots do not do it, and this circle is gonna make you cry. Hasta la vista to Brutus.
I mean, I think it was too late anyway, right?
Oh, yeah.
If they were going to zone wrap, they had to do it earlier than that. They were just stuck in that corner with no options. Now the exodus from checkpoint starts. Everyone coming out, flying through, running down the hill.
Desperately though, EXO are about to rotate on top of Alliance. Emil and Amia crying right now with Alliance trying to keep the region on top. EXO has extended us to match 12 here. Alliance need to make sure that this entire side of the zone is clear, while now LG from the skies are about to land in the direction of Team Falcons.
There's one of those evacs we talked about. Of course, they didn't get to move out of their zone, so you can see they're still very far from purples. That makes it extremely hard for LG. They have to play smart. They cannot take too much damage. Well, they will get sent upon by the teams like Alliance, who can bully them close to red. Effect, only one Havoc mag away.
And DMS landed right on top of Alliance, but Alliance aren't giving up this spot. Nice tracking coming in from Hawkins. He doesn't need no turbo out here. He's got the 3-time scope on that Havoc. Well, Falcons aren't going to move anywhere.
Imagine if Alliance remove the moniker. The group stage team, is it gone? This is their best chance to lift a LAN trophy and never have to worry about that name, about that criticism ever again.
With Aurora being eliminated, it is so possible now. Alliance beating the allegations here. Not just a group stage team, possibly. They are the only squad over by the north side, unless Team Falcons, who by the way are at an Evo Shield disadvantage in comparison to Alliance, who have been taking these fights, have full purple Evo.
DMS hiding in the corner. A single member of Twisted Minds still alive. I don't think they can get the third reset, though. Strafing Flame does take down Slayers, the other rat, and well, he takes that for himself. But really, it's up to Fnatic if we want to go to a game 13.
Fnatic, the only non-match point team alive as a trio, unless of course Twisted Minds as a solo have a different script than the one I was provided here. LG playing through the trenches, looking at Fnatic, who have that slight hype, but the circle closing in behind their backs.
Okay, so Falcons, their amazing zone call has got them this far, but it's only got them onto blue Evo shields. Now, finally, forced out of their bunker, they have to try and fight Fnatic. Very helpfully, Effect will remove one of them as they go forward. Perfect timing. Does Alliance know they've just helped out one of their fiercest rivals?
It has to surely end here. It has to. The only person alive is Twisted Minds as a solo. Our last 4 squads here at match points, surviving here. Team Falcons now, something to highlight. Alliance again do not have information. They do not have Seer.
LG pull up, they put down the Seer ultimate immediately. The swing, I don't think Falcons were fully ready for it. All of a sudden hiding, cowering behind this knockdown shield. Sweet, once again.
Oh no.
Will be the spoiler, or can they turn it around?
Keep it cool here, keep it cool. Funk in a 1v1. This can matter everything here. Twisted Mind has just respawned 2 players. Twisted Minds, the only non-match point team, has responded as Jen tries to clutch this.
This 1v1 goes on for so long.
He didn't get it. He didn't get it. Oh my! Team Falcons get eliminated in the lobby. They get eliminated at 4th. Alliance and Luminosity are the only 2 match point teams alive, and Luminosity has a duo.
But they took so long in that fight. As you say, they lose a member, and now Twisted Minds push in with game 13 on their backs. Hackers,
No way!
Habuki,
No
Habu.
way! Twisted Minds!
Surely
Twisted
not!
Minds! Alliance are eliminated. LG as a duo. Twisted Minds with the clutches res in Apex Legends history.
A 2v3 with full red armors. I don't see how Twisted Minds can lose this.
This has been the best Apex Legends we have ever seen. Twisted Minds with the EVA 8, with the fresh res, We may be going on to a game 3. I believe in LG on this fucking clutch.
Sweet falls down by himself. Now Funk, with a sliver of high ground, will try and make this happen. And Twisted Minds, with the most insane, that was the second respawn, I believe.